Hello ladies and gentlemen, General Ghost here back with another one. Yes, today we are going to talk about the Tiger tank and the MBT tank. Yes, they are from the Vanguard, and we're going to go back in history to unravel where it came from, why it was designed, and how it worked. And then we're going to take it over to Warpath, and we're going to see how it works in Warpath and if it's the same as in the history. And I'm also going to tell you how to build it, how to use it, and what officers to use in certain situations. So stick around, and if you do like videos like this, please go hit the subscribe button, let me know in the comments, join my Discord, and I will see you guys in the video. Cheers. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get into the first part, the World War II Tiger tank, and let's dive into the information that it provides. Now, the first things first, let's go in here. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Tiger P. It is a Vanguard unit, a heavy tank, and it was designed by Hensel and Sons. It was awarded to him in 1937, and the contract followed in 1939. The first time it was used was in 1944 and 1945 in World War II. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was used in World War II, and it was an amazing tank on the battlefield. It made the Allies shiver in their pants, and they had to design their tanks to be able to compete with the Tiger tank. It was a formidable tank, and it was feared on the battleground. Now, just to get into a few things, it was used in a lot of battles throughout World War II, but it was very strong in the Desert War. It says here it had a Maybach HL230P30 petrol engine that made about 690 horsepower and 515 kilowatts of torque. It had a Porsche, let me just see here, it says here the Porsche designed cannon that was a double cannon, but yeah, so it was a crazy strong tank. Now if we jump into the game, you can see here we have the main battle tank right here, the heavy tank. This is the Tiger P, that stands for Tiger Panzer. And we can go into the attributes. So it was 6.58 meters long, and tall it was 2.8 meters. You can see the HP, the sloped armor right there. Troop speed was 36 kilometers an hour. It had a crew of 16 personnel in game, cost about 60,000 military funds, and the troop type is armor. Now here you can see the damage it does to personnel, the armor damage and fortification damage, and this is where we can see that this tank is made for field fighting. It's not made to attack fortifications and personnel, so infantry. It's made to attack. Its main tank to attack is the light tank. It does a lot of damage to the light tank, so that's what you're going to use it mostly for. Here you can see the personal damage multiplier is only 125%, but attacking armored vehicles, so any tank unit, it has a multiplier of 200%. And the Vanguard has a specialty, and that's called the penetration damage increases by 170%. So this is what this unit is made for. Its specialty, or its camp specialty, is penetration damage, and that's why it has the most damage of all camps in Warpath. Now, here's a nice little animation for you guys. Look at that. Warpath has done a great job in introducing this tank. Now, the next one is where we go into the main battle tank. Now, the main battle tank is an amazing tank. I use it, as you can see here. It's my favorite unit. Now, the main battle tank, if I am correct, was in the 1970s. It was made, let me just go here, the Leopard was introduced in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken, and it was the first main battle tank introduced for the Vanguard, so Germany. Here we go, Leopard 2. Let's go into it. So yes, I was 100% correct. The Leopard 2 was introduced, or the design was introduced in 1970, and the production started in 1979. And this tank was crazy good. It is crazy good in Warpath, and on the in real life it's called the German Leopard 2A7V, and it is very, very good. It costs about 29 million euros in 2023, and it was manufactured and upgraded in 2023 with new battle ready components. Now, the MBT has a liquid cooled V12 twin turbo diesel engine, makes about 1100 kilowatts and of power, and 1500 horsepower at 2600 rpm. The fuel capacity is about 1200 liters, and yeah, it is very, very, very good. It is something that was designed by Cross Maffei. Sorry if I am not saying that correctly, but it is a very, very, very well-known tank. The MBT tank, yeah, fire. So this is operated with a digital firing control system, laser rangefinder, and advanced night vision and sighting equipment. All right. So the Leopard 2 was used by the German Army on peacekeeping operations in Kosovo in the 2000s. So forces were deployed there in the war of Afghanistan as part of the contribution to international security. So this tank has seen, in real life, it has seen some proper use. It has a auto loader and an auto cannon, and yeah, it is battle ready, and it is a very, very well equipped machine. So let's go into the attributes and see what is the difference between the Tiger tank and then the main battle tank. the Leopard 2. So you can see the HP is way higher. It's 7.69 meters long and 2.79 meters tall. So it's a little bit shorter than the Tiger, but it's way longer. Cost the same in military funds. The speed almost doubles. The HP of this unit is way stronger. I think it was just in the 6,000. Now we're talking millions. The armor is way thicker, has the same amount of crew, and the blast mitigation is almost double. Now, as you can see here, the damage to personnel, armor damage, and fortification is way higher once you get to the 9.2, and this is the progression that we see from the Tiger 5-star unit to the 9.2 star. Again, this is made for field fighting to attack field units. Now, as you can see here, the damage is way higher per shot, and the multipliers are crazy. And here you can see the multiplier at 235%, and the pen damage is still 170%, but it is way stronger. It's still 2 map grids firing range where it's effective, but the accuracy is so much better because of the new technology that was introduced. And this is a 120 millimeter RH120L/44 gun, so it's way bigger. And again, this is where it comes into play. This is way better against armored vehicles. You have to attack armored vehicles like your super heavy, but still much better against light tanks. Light tanks is food for the MBT on the battlefield. Now, we also have to understand that there is counters. They counter the main battle tank is gonna be your ATG and also your helicopter. Your helicopter is made to fight MBTs and your ATG. Now the ATG does more damage to your SH because of its higher HP, and the ATG is built to penetrate armor. But the helicopter is like the MBT ATG. If you want to counter the MBT, you do it with your helicopter. Now, as you can see, the design, Warpath has done that well again. But now what we are going to do is, next we are going to go into battle testing, seeing how does this unit do on the battlefield. So stick around. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're gonna go into testing right now. My friend here, General, he has a light tank. Now what we did is, we have no skins. We on the starting skin, base skin, unit skin. We have no parts, no officers, just the modifications and max 9.2 units. Now when he's ready, we are gonna go ahead and fight it out here. Light tank versus battle tank. Now please bear in mind that at the end of the day, he's got a way higher collector level than me. We cannot help this. I don't have the test server. This is the most default setting that I could get him to do, so that we don't have any buffs. But tech and collector level, I just can't help for, and hopefully it doesn't make too much of a difference, that we can actually see how good the main battle tank is against the light. Unfortunately, he's the only one online right now that has a light tank that I can use, but I think he is collector level 50 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so this might be you know, a little bit, you know, outmatched, but let's see how it goes. So you can see he's got his light tank, no skin, no nothing, just modification and max prototypes. So let's go ahead and hit it. And as you can see, the main battle tank has a shield even without the offices on it. So basically when it comes out, it has amazing a shield power. I think it's the first 10 seconds it gets a shield automatically when going into battle. And as you can see, the penetration and crit damage is insane. I don't have any officers on. It's only 14.3 million power my tank. This is the most I can do. And even with the collector level, you can see that the light tank just doesn't do any damage when it comes to the light tank. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna reset it, and we're gonna go ahead and do it again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go look at the battle report of the first one. As you can see, he didn't train fully, so I told him to retrain, and we are gonna go ahead and do it again. As you can see, unit damage dealt is 51.2 million. No officer damage. I don't have officers on there, and damage suffered only 4.98 million. So as you can see, the light tank didn't do a lot of damage. It only took 51 seconds to kill him fully. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in again, and he has now fully trained his unit, and we're gonna pop out here, and we are gonna go and attack him again. Now he has a fully trained unit, and I'm gonna go attack him. We're gonna look at the battle report, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the next testing. Let's see. Alright, so you can see 14.3 both, and immediately you see the shield pop off. We go into fight. He's losing units fairly quickly. This is more of a fair fight. He's got full units, and you can see the damage that the MBT does against the light tank. I've not lost a unit yet. He's lost a few units already, and this is where the MBT shines. It shines attacking the light tank. And as you can see, I'm just doing, oh, there it goes. I lost some units, but it's not a fair fight if you have it like this. So as you can see, Warpath and Lilith have created the main battle tank to counter the light tank. And as you can see, this is just a slaughter. Now take in mind that he has a bigger collector level, and I don't know how his tech is, if he's done you know, the tank tech or not. I'm almost done. I'm at the last one now, so then I will have a blue flame tank. But as you can see, he's orange, I'm orange, and you can just see the damage that the MBT does against the light tank. The light tank has killed a few of my units, but it's not enough, and it doesn't stand a chance when it is hitting the MBT. Now the light tank is good against other units, like the helicopter, but yeah, don't attack unless you have a very strong light tank. I do not suggest that you attack the MBT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the testing. As you could see, we're gonna wait until the battle report comes in, and then we will check it, and let's see what happens. I am very excited to see what comes from this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here you can see we had 18 losses to his 102 losses. Unit damage dealt was 82.9 million, and we suffered 22.5 million. So it took us a minute and 52 seconds to attack the light tank and kill it totally. So as you can see, the MBT was made to attack the light tanks. Now the next one we are going to do is MBT versus MBT, so stick around. Okay, so let's get into it. We've got Mr. Mellow here. He is a main battle tank fighter. As you can see here, also 14.3, and we are going to attack him. Let's see how this goes. Let's go. And let's see the two main battle tanks going at it. So you can see, there we go, the shield has popped, and you can see that these tanks together, they do the same amount of damage. I think the biggest thing is the tech and the collection level right now, but they should be very even because they base MBTs. But this is where you can see now the collector level coming in and the tech. This is very interesting to see. We don't have blue tech, both of us, but I'm very close. I will check his collector level, but this is where you can see the difference right now. This is very, very interesting. So after this, we are gonna max out everything. We're gonna go full on all officers. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do full wrenches, full everything, and we're gonna do another testing to see how that goes, because you know, parts and tech plays a big role. Officers play a big role. You might have a lounge officer that I don't have, but yeah, so let's see how this goes. As you can see, I'm doing more damage. It might be my tech talking here. This is very interesting. So if he maxes out everything and then attacks me and he wins, that means his setup is better, his officers are better. So let's go ahead and see how this goes, and boom. So now what we are going to do is we are going to retrain this. We are going to go and put everything back on and see how that goes. This will be very interesting. So as you can see, my tech helped me a lot there, and we're gonna see the battle report here in a minute and see how it went and what was the deciding factor, because how much damage did I do against how much damage I have taken. So let's go in here. As you can see, I only took 20.7 million damage, but I dealt 78.4 million, and I think that's where the tech comes in. So let's go upgrade everything and get back into the fight. See you guys in the next round. Alright, so while we wait him to rebuild everything, I just want to go, before we start this ultimate MBT fighting match, I want to go into my offices and just give you guys a little bit of an overlay what I use. Now, as you can see, I've got Havoc and Uncle, Valkyrie and Golden Eagle, because I've got 2 MBTs. But my main tank, my big heavy hitter, I've got Havoc, and then I have this special skill from Steel Phoenix. Red hits 40% officer skill boost on there. And I made a few changes on Uncle, where I've still got Whip Crackers 20%, you know, the HP and the damage resist 10%, and also the increased damage intensity of this officer troop by 10% and damage resist by 10%. So this I also have on here as well. So a little bit of changes. Let's see how it goes when we attack him. So as you can see, he's got a 43, the same, he's got Havoc, and we are gonna go ahead and see how this goes. Let's go. So he's got all these ranges on there, he's got all these modifications, everything, parts, everything. So let's see how this goes. As you can see at this point, oh, there we go, the skills went off and we got some damage. Now again, tech plays a big part, collector plays a big part, but the skill sets you put on your officers plays a very big part. He's got the same officers as me, he's got Havoc and Uncle on there, but his skill set is where the difference comes, the collector level and tech level. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of damage because of that. Red hits 40% officer skill damage, like the booster that she has, and man oh man, there we go. Crit damage on an MBT is a lot, guys. If you want a strong MBT, please go ahead and put crit on there. It is something that you gotta have. It is a no-brainer. And what I tend to do is I like to have a hybrid MBT that does a lot of damage. And here we can see now, boom, look at that officer damage, 98.7 million. And then we have unit damage dealt, 60.3 million, and we only took 36.7 million damage. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that you have to keep in mind when you are building your MBT for field fighting. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was the MBT test. Next, we're gonna find someone to help us with the helicopter. Stay tuned. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we have a R4 of COB here. He has a helicopter that we are going to use. Batman, thank you again, my man, for doing everything. I know it's a lot, resetting everything, doing everything, and we just waiting. So as you can see, we've got one MBT here that is just baseline MBT. As you can see, no parts, it's 140k. It's modified, but has no parts, no wrenches. The prototypes are complete, so that we have a nice baseline. There's no officers, as you can see, no officers on here. I've given him as well, and I told him no officers, anything. So here we got his helicopter. Now remember guys, a helicopter is supposed to be very strong against the MBT. We're gonna send it out and we're gonna see how this goes. So here we go. So as you can see, he's almost ready. We're gonna wait until he gets that 14.3 million. So I'm just waiting for him to rebuild his units, and then we're gonna send in these two. He's also orange flame, just like me, not yet blue flame. His collector level is higher than mine. He's got a classic skin and everything. So I'm just waiting for him here, and then we're gonna send our MBT to attack his helicopter, and you guys are gonna see how strong the helicopter is against the MBT. Now we're just waiting here quickly. We're gonna zoom in. Let's just see. There we go, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we are gonna attack. You can see my shield is popped off. I don't know what his tech is like. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of damage to him. We are not in an alliance, and I think this is where we are gonna see, oh, big hit over there. And you can see the helicopter is actually doing way more damage to me, as you can see there. And I'm losing a lot more units when I was fighting against a MBT. So definitely the MBT is better against the light tank, but isn't as good when it comes to the helicopter. Now I don't know what his tech is like. Remember, I am focusing on my tech. He definitely has a better collector level than me. We are not in any alliance or anything, so this is just pure fighting. So the only two variables that there is tech and of course the collector level, and maybe, just maybe, the tech outweighs the collector level in some ways. We're gonna check what his collector level is here, but as you can see, the helicopter is doing way better when it comes to the MBT than in fighting me and the light tank. And I think this showcases, oh, so here you can see now the damage from the helicopter is outweighing the damage from the MBT, and this is very interesting. It's very evenly matched right now, and it's funny to see how different this is. And I wonder, to a point, what will it be if he had the same tech as me? And this is a very interesting, because he also has the Liberty helicopter and I've got the Vanguard MBT. So you bear in mind that the Vanguard helicopter does more damage. Oh, wait a second, he might actually beat me here. He's winning at this moment. So the helicopter is supposed to do more damage to an armored like the MBT. So this is quite interesting to see. It's a long battle. It's a very, very long battle. Oh, there you go, guys. This is what I mean when it comes to the helicopter does do better against MBTs. Two variables. Does it make a big difference? Maybe. the tech does make a big difference. Collector level, so there you go, guys. And we're gonna check the stats of when we look at the battle report, and we will see how that goes. Here we go, and there you go. See, I killed 84 reserves. He killed 102. You can see the amount of damage that I had to take to be able to be killed is 81.4. So he did a lot of damage compared to me that only did 58.7 million, and he had to do 81.4. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the helicopter is the #1 unit to face the MBT. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you to everyone that took their time out to make this video and go through everything with me. Had to reset all the units and, you know, do this testing video. If you guys like these type of videos where we go back in history, we go through the units, you know, in a very high technical way, and we dive into the units one by one, please let me know. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.
Your mission is full bar. Need immediate reinforcements. Falling back to LZ.
Hold on, Revis. We are inbound. Get us on the ground now.
Copy that. Fucking hang on.